My5, step inside one of Britain's grandest estates for a winter wonderland. Christmas at Longleat, available now on My5.
Well, I've seen it, I bet it's good, that. We've been doing it for 6 years now.
These are the stains Persil is made for. Our new best ever capsules are here for outstanding stain removal, even in a quick and cold wash, leaving no residues behind. New Persil capsules, now in a plastic-free pack. Keep away from children.
'Twas the height of the holidays, and all through the town, laughter rang out when Jen shut Mum's board down. Dad's properties were raking in, stacks upon stacks, until Emma swooped in, with a bank heist right back. Every mogul and every tycoon built up their worlds while carolers grew. Gifts rained down as he yelled with a grin. Happy holidays to all! Now roll, build, win! Download Monopoly Go now!
Domestos is turning the Germ King world upside down. New Domestos Power Foam. Cleans the surfaces. Killing germs in the hardest to reach places. New Domestos Power Foam. Unstoppable.
On Channel 5 and My5.
Step back through the shop door to the decade that changed Christmas.
This is a trip down memory lane.
The cheese
God.
was that perfect little Christmas snack.
Yeah.
It's looking tremendous.
The 1970 supermarket at Christmas. Wednesday at 9 on Channel 5 and My5.
If Yellowstone erupted, it could be the next Pompeii. Scientists fill us in on the devastation that could be caused in Doomsday Volcano at 10. Now, with offensive language, a brand new The King's Guard, serving the crown.
Delivering unexpected moments. Extraordinary stories, sponsored by Prestige Flowers on Channel 5.
Coronation! Procession! Come back!
The 7 regiments of the British Army's Household Division have a job like no other.
You've got to be your top standards being the British
Is
Army.
to protect the Queen and the royal family.
The defence of the realm. That's essentially
Especially when you go.
one job.
They're both frontline soldiers and masters of tradition.
You must listen to the drill at all times.
We go behind closed doors during one of the most challenging periods in its illustrious history.
It's a bit crazy trying to speak to everybody when there's so many people on the streets, but you know, that is London.
Following them
Yeah.
on overseas operations and getting ready for war.
The idea is to rev the troops up so they
Yeah,
are.
that's a nice combination.
angry.
At the same time as delivering the biggest national celebrations in generations,
That's really nice.
including the King's coronation.
We've got to get a move on. Gold State coach is in danger of stopping, and that's mission failed.
And his first trooping of the colour.
To some people it will seem absolutely ridiculous, but there is nothing that fills you with as much pride.
This is the King's Guard.
Oh, this is the last one from last year.
Since the 17th century, the Household Division has been a cornerstone of the British Army, with traditions passed down over centuries to the present day. Now, as a critical year for the King's Guard draws to a close, we follow 2 young officers helping to shape its future. A trainee horse guard on the cusp of graduation.
Slow and graceful, sir. Don't rush it. Do on time. Do that good.
And a rookie commander leading his men for the first time. It's autumn, and as a new ceremonial season begins in London, on the division's operational side, a crucial foreign mission is fast approaching.
That's the case gun 0647.
The Grenadier Guards are heading to Kenya for a make-or-break combat exercise.
So at the moment we're prepping the weapon systems, there's also radio equipment, generators, there's quite a lot to go in. There's probably around 25 to 30 tons of kit going today.
As the Army's senior infantry regiment, the Grenadiers must prove they're ready for rapid deployment in times of war.
I think the seriousness of it cannot be understated. It's ultimately a form of training designed to combat the worst case scenario.
Including the 30-man platoon of newly qualified officer, Second Lieutenant Angus Black.
No snap ambush, same route. It's going to be a real test to see how it actually plays out. We're going to need 3 skits of what, as a platoon commander, you formulate a plan and then issue it out to your platoon through accessible orders, and then you would control it on the battlefield itself.
Fresh out of
Good to
Sandhurst,
have
the Kenya
responsibility.
exercise will be the first real test of Angus's command skills.
It's incredibly daunting, actually. My biggest weakness at this stage, as a platoon commander, is coming from a lack of experience. I'm 24. I think there'll be issues and problems presented to me that I've never experienced before. Please take a seat. See you yourself.
Angus must quickly get to know the men he'll be leading.
How are you finding having a young child while in the army?
I found it a bit tough for the first year when he was born.
As a platoon commander, if one of the guardsmen or anyone in your platoon has an issue that they want assistance with, financial, legal, anything, you then need to help them with it, and you are responsible for them.
One of Angus's youngest soldiers is Guardsman Cameron Cherrington Wood.
Yeah, so as I say, I'm a 20-year-old lad from Dunfermline and that in Scotland, and getting to do all this.
Look at this stupid woman.
You wouldn't go on Surrey Street, would you? It's not like a normal holiday destination.
Oh yeah, she was taking a scooter on a highway.
To travel through all these sorts of countries, get paid for it as well.
You know it's asking for trouble, don't you? Let alone serious injury.
This will be Cameron's first major overseas exercise, and the perfect chance to impress his superiors.
I've never done something on the scale of Kenya. If I could come off Kenya,
That's in Miami.
do really well in it, and open up all these opportunities for me. Like, I'm really fond of being a sniper. I think that would be my dream goal at the moment. Scots do not hack the heat, I will say that. Factor 50 sunscreen because they're not being rag. I hope it says kids, and I've only just realised that yesterday, so I'm hoping, I'm sure that just means it's got more moisture. Is it not like, I don't know. It does work the same, doesn't it? So yeah, because I'm thinking more to Kenya, I was thinking, because I got my former dad from like 10 years ago, like when we went to Afghanistan. So I've always had him a lot for like 10 years. My dad was in the military when he was serving. He did Bosnia, Yugoslavia, Iraq, Afghanistan. I came from a really good military family. My dad, both my granddads, my great-granddad, got cousins, so I just knew ever since I was like young, I was like, that's the job I'm going to do. Love you millions, son. I don't want to lose it, it's got so much sentimental value, so I thought, I'll leave it here, and in God room, that's what I can do,
The next 2 weeks in remote and hazardous scrubland will simulate war zone combat and push the young soldiers to the limit.
There are an extreme range of dangers in Kenya, all the way from elephants to mosquitoes, and then heat injuries and training risks. It's an arduous terrain. Anything can happen.
As the Grenadiers leave for Kenya, on the ceremonial side, a critical event at the heart of our democracy is fast approaching. The state opening of Parliament, with a procession of over 100 horses escorting the King to the House of Lords. For this class of cavalry trainees, it could be their first state event. But after 23 weeks training, today they face a make or break inspection, including, for the only officer in the class, Lieutenant Charlie Carl Smith.
I'm a little bit stressed. If we fail an element of this inspection, there is danger of being backridden, which means we go back about 2 months. It's the riding I'm more worried about than the actual inspection.
Also feeling the pressure is Guardsman Josh Munden.
I'm dreading it. This is the pass or fail. Now, if it goes downhill and doesn't go well, that could be us staying here for even longer. Yeah, I want to get to the troops. I want to be able to actually do my job rather than sort of extend this pony club. So I'd quite like to get this done and then get out of here.
With just a week until the pass-off parade, the class must pass an inspection by the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment's adjutant, Captain Jamie Bruce Crampton. Every detail must be perfect.
I'm mega fucking now. Very, very, very stressed. You missed my arm. Wow. Fucking yeah. Really good.
The whole premise of the adjutant's inspection is that I can go back to the commanding officer and let him know that all of you have reached the standard to be able to join your troops and squadrons of the Mounted Regiment and to be able to conduct state ceremonial and public duties in front of the eyes of the nation and the world.
You must be quite happy the course is coming to an end.
Very much so.
Very much. 1 week to push. The things that I'm really going to be looking for are, for the boots, how smooth the wax job is. Each of the jack boots will take in about 5 kilograms of beeswax, so they have a depth to the polish, depth of shine, so that I can be able to see my hand in colour at a distance moving around the boot.
As an officer, Charlie will soon be inspecting his fellow horse guards, but he's not getting special treatment today.
I do fully understand that you will have stayed up late last night polishing every inch of this kit. So for the inspection, across the board, very good turnout, very well done. I look forward to seeing you ride. Good luck.
With the inspection passed, next they must prove their riding skills are good enough.
All on the correct leading leg.
Gary! Son! Right!
As soon as they come out, they are then doing a quick downwards motion. Yeah. My understanding is the whole thing is smooth, is to avoid, stabbing the horse. Yep.
Let alone their leg.
That will come on really nicely. All the makings of a really good ride. So well done. Thank you very much.
The adjutant and his team are satisfied, but next week the class still faces one final test. A parade in front of the commanding officer of the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment.
Slow and graceful, sir. Don't rush it. In.
It will be Charlie's job to lead it.
I struggled with the salute. The first movements for it, I'm fine, but it's when we then present the sword down by our leg. I keep getting picked up for it.
Rather than turning the sword upside down. So he was doing like that.
That's too much. So, on riding, that's underneath at 45 degrees. I've been told now the right way to do it. I've practiced it, so it should be okay. I think because you don't know what's coming, you've never done it before, there's certainly some nerves and tense feelings, but you're also sort of quite happy that you are progressing and you're now not that much further away from getting to Knightsbridge.
Delivering unexpected moments. Extraordinary stories.
Jacques Fo-
At 9 on Channel 5 and My 5.
This morning, at Wellington Barracks in central London, the Household Division is preparing for a very special foreign guest.
So today we are hosting a guard of honour for the Chief of Staff for the French Army.
Leading the welcome for France's top soldier is young officer Major Jacques Farjar.
And my role today is the captain of the Guard of Honour. So of the troops on parade, I'll be the senior officer there. So we will turn out to be the first portion of his visit to the head of the British Army and set the conditions for bilateral defence talks between the two heads of our nation's armies.
It's Zach's first time leading the Guard of Honour for an international VIP.
I'll be responsible for greeting the dignitary as he arrives in French, which will be quite entertaining given I haven't done that French, that is, since I was about 13. So this Guard of Honour we're wearing greatcoats because we're now in the winter season. These historically used to be worn, you can look back on paintings and see them advancing in this order of dress. But I have heard rumours that this combined with a tunic underneath historically used to be your primitive form of body armour, and they could stop a musket ball at 100 yards once you wore them both together. Not that anyone, I think, in the last 150 years has actually put that one to the test. So my main concerns today really centre out ensuring that I get my part right, whilst also ensuring that the guys know what they're doing on the drill square are the two things that will be probably going through my head the most.
Feels a little twisted. Can't get it wrong, otherwise we're in a lot of pain.
With less than an hour until the French general arrives, Zach must ensure his troops are up to scratch.
Excited? Quite a laser with excitement that statement like that. I think Boots could just do a bit more work to start with and say, okay, look. I think it's makes sense. You sure? Good. I think just a bit more shape on the plate and then we'll be there. Good sort of work. I'm really keen to make sure that this event goes well. Rear rank! Stand guard! Hey!
The ceremony is taking place on Horse Guards Parade.
Setting the tone is critical. I don't think the importance of today can be underestimated.
General Thierry Picard is being accompanied by the commander of the Household Division, Major General James Bowder. With the boss of the entire division watching, it's the moment of truth for Zach's French.
I think my French, I managed to deliver there. I think he understood what I said. And then a nod of what I can hope with appreciation that I didn't entirely butcher the language. I think that went really well. The Brigade Major and the Chief of General Staff both said, well done, really good Guard of Honour. I think we delivered exactly what we need to. I'm really proud of what everyone's delivered today, so really happy.
The General's visit is part of a packed autumn ceremonial season. And today in Windsor, for Charlie Carr-Smith and the young cavalry recruits hoping to take part in it, the critical moment has arrived. To graduate, they must deliver a perfect ride in front of the commanding officer of the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment, Matthew Woodward, and an audience of family and friends.
I'm a little bit nervous actually. There's certainly some butterflies.
As the only officer, Charlie is tasked with leading the parade.
I'm still saluting, I think it's got there. I've had some lessons with the OC, Captain Quickball. Hopefully we'll see today. I'm sure you'll find out afterwards. I certainly feel more nervous trying to demonstrate what you've learned in front of the people you love the most. My father being there, grandfather being there, my mum, my sister. It adds a little bit of extra nerves to it, having family there.
Big day for Lieutenant Ross Murphy from this today, leading the parade and the park routine and the square routine. So yeah, big day for him and a bit of pressure on him as well.
If the class passes this final test, they will be riding in the state opening of Parliament in just 10 days' time. With all eyes on him, Charlie must get his salute right. The commanding officer will now deliver his verdict.
Firstly, as I said, it's not particularly easy, this course. There's a failure rate of about 30%, which I think is the highest failure and injury rate in the army on any course. I think I'd just like to finish by saying to the soldiers here today, really well done. Congratulations on a really magnificent parade with a really high standard of both turnout and riding. I look forward to seeing you in Knightsbridge and on the forthcoming parades. Thank you very much.
4 months ago, Charlie, Josh and their classmates were complete novices. Now they're fully qualified horse guards and can prepare for their first state event, escorting the King to Parliament.
I'm the grandfather. I was 35 years, I was in the Royal Signals. And his father also, the other chap wearing this coat here, he's just left the army. So he's keeping it going for us.
Very proud, very proud, very proud. I can do it.
Very, very proud indeed. Could not be more proud. Never in a million years when I dreamt that he would be doing this. And yeah, very, very emotional.
My father and grandfather, I think, were really proud of me for doing what I've done. So yeah, it was special, and it was nice to know that they were proud of me.
As Charlie completes his training, 4,000 miles away in Kenya, Second Lieutenant Angus Black's mission is about to start.
So we've just arrived at the Forward Operating Base Elephant, which is in the central Laikipia training area, and we're just setting up the sort of base we're going to be living in for the next 2 weeks for our warrior phase of the exercise.
Angus and the Grenadiers are camping in a remote area 121 miles north of Nairobi. In this harsh environment, they're relying on mosquito nets to minimise the risk of malaria.
I can do this myself.
Whilst his platoon commander mucks in, Guardsman Cameron Charrington Wood has discovered the joys of delegation.
No nick of my cage. No, they're just doing it for me because they're being nice today. And I'll go up there now and they can do it themselves.
But the conditions are tough.
Oh, it's painful. It's not fun.
Yeah, so the worst thing about being out here, I'd say, is sleep and food. I hate ration packs.
Rations, moxie rations, chocolate marble cake. Sit, please. Just please. No? That's what's it. Chocolate brownie? This is my diet. Yeah, coffee, nicotine, noodles, and wraps. Life is good.
Tomorrow, newly qualified officer Angus must lead his men in a high-pressure combat exercise.
Could be worse, could be having 5 beans.
Possibly, in platoon command, you can fail validation, so it's very important that you do a good job.
It's all building up towards Mission Zero, part of the exercise, where it'll be
assessed, but everyone is under the microscope.
Delivering unexpected moments. Extraordinary stories, sponsored by Prestige Flowers on Channel 5.
If I'm my 5.
Having arrived at Hyde Park Barracks, the new riding school graduates are settling into life as horse guards. Guardsman Sam Taylor is hoping today will be his first shift on horseback.
Feeling a bit nervous. It's all building them up and up now. Very close to that turnout and down to Kings, so just a bit rushing this morning.
The mounted guards are chosen through a morning inspection, which today will be conducted for the first time by Sam's old classmate, Lieutenant Charlie Carr-Smith.
Not that long ago, we were on the same course together. So I'm nervous for them, so I hope they do well, but equally it's strange because I sort of dictate how well they do in the same breath, so it's a weird one, it's a weird balance.
Somebody has to do it.
Nothing pieces and brass is polished. On the pin, what's next? It's in here. Yeah, I thought it was missing. It's a bit wavy, so nothing to do. All white. They're pretty caked. All white fish scales, a lot of that brass in the detail bit. You got it?
But today is not Sam's day. He fails to make the mounted guard.
Trooper Taylor didn't get a box. It is nothing personal, it's bad quality of their kit. I mean, it's slight disappointment, so hopefully next time I expect something we can get them in the box, but if not, then we'll just have to give them some improvement points.
Sam's first shift guarding the king will now be on foot.
Being stood there for 2 hours straight is quite a rough one, like, especially being in these boots, like they're rock solid, they're quite, the other lads know they're uncomfortable, but that's why you fight to get boxed, which is more comfortable to sat on a horse at the end of the day.
For over 350 years, the Household Division soldiers have stood guard in this way. Sam is proving a hit with passers-by.
A lot of people are scared of me for some reason. Like, a lot of kids go, oh, don't go there, whatever.
Today, Captain Lizzie Godwin, in her capacity as a captain in the King's Lifeguard, is conducting the inspection.
Queen Victoria came down one day in 1894, found the individuals on guard were drunk and disorderly, so King's Lifeguard has an officer go down at 4 o'clock every single day to inspect the guard. Taylor, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How's your first inspection?
It's going well so far. Still a lot more to improve, but getting on.
Despite missing out on mounted duty, Sam's first time guarding the king has gone smoothly.
When I first went out, my heart was pounding. I was so scared and nervous, but then after that, I was so happy it opened. I've been on first in the first place. I actually quite enjoyed it.
4,000 miles away, in the Kenyan scrubland, rookie officer Angus Black is about to lead his 30-man platoon as part of a full attack for the first time.
As platoons, your key sensors
for me in Vanbrugh headquarters as to what your plot is, what the enemy positions are. Got to fight. It's hard work.
It's like being in Brecon with loads of sheep, but the sheep are zebra, so sort of situation no change from a few months ago.
The mission is to take a series of targets by moving through the bush undetected. A sophisticated laser system will track their performance throughout the exercise.
Being confident from the exterior is just very important as well. Key skill, making sure that they think you're confident in the plan. Which I normally am.
Get 2 sections to balance up. Go chase as a runner, go.
It's a critical test of Angus's command skills. Approves his every move is instructor Captain Sean Marin.
Transfer an F4. I'm here measuring Angus. It's his first company attack. Move. So far, this is a good start to the attack. They have good balance up front. We're looking to find as many improvements as possible for him and his team.
Guardsman Cameron Cherrington Wood is also under pressure. He has the chance to show his potential as a sniper.
Hold the surprise!
So I'll be designated sharpshooter in Kenya. One of the biggest weapons the years in the Snipperton is a sharpshooter. Good to get my hands on while I'm out there to then progress over to Snipperton, hopefully in the future.
Headshot on! The weapons marked.
My weapons marked.
First thing days up in Crawler. Guys, put back up on the left, that's it. Everybody hold. No, it's fine. Why is fucking swivel with it? I got the sharpshooter, but it doesn't even work. It's not putting my arm there.
The exercise has not gone at all to plan. Cameron and the other grenadiers will need to perform far better next time when they'll face a real enemy.
It was clear some of them struggling, there's plenty to work on. Yeah, I think some of them are feeling a bit sorry for themselves at times. They've just got to remember, war is chaotic, and they're there to follow orders. So if they're given an order to get forward, and they're on the fire, they're in contact, they need to get forward as quickly as possible.
You may want to have a spare part for a sniper rifle. That's the last thing you want to go wrong. With the only weapon on you, when that gun comes out, what's your plan B? On home front.
The scrubland dust is causing Cameron's weapon to jam.
Back up as spare parts.
Real get stuck in a weapon. So that's probably another reason why I could. It's annoying because it's like you'll get people looking at it and it's like as if you've done something wrong. Yeah, so today.
Really lubricant, jammed.
I mean, I've got another shot tomorrow and a rest of exercise, so show myself when. Oh God. I just fell all last minute back into the dark, so I just cleaned it for nothing.
It's 5 AM at Hyde Park Barracks, and the final rehearsal for the state opening of Parliament is about to start.
Yeah, better carry some spare parts in you.
This will be newly qualified Horse Guard Josh Munden's first ceremonial event.
Oh, your scouts.
It's my second day here, being on one of these big parades in front of the public. It's by far one of the most stressful moments of my life.
Yeah, I'm really nervous. I haven't written anything like this before, so it's me mostly now just trying to.
Wasn't going to be a walk in the park.
Work forward training and then take it from there, really. It's been really head shoulders, head on everything.
With many rookie riders taking part, this rehearsal is critical.
The horses today, it's the beginning of the season after their summer holiday. We've got new troopers and we've got young horses. It's now getting back into that work mode and just establishing when we're out on parade, we're out on parade.
In just 1 week, over 100 horses will escort King Charles from Buckingham Palace to the Houses of Parliament. Having only just graduated, Charlie Carr Smith's been chosen to lead the procession.
So this morning I was thrown in straight in the deep end, stay opening Parliament, number 1 division commander. I didn't even know what that meant. I subsequently learned that number 1 division is at the front, then there'll be 2 division behind me, and then behind that is the carriage carrying His Majesty the King.
With everyone present and correct, the rehearsal can begin.
Household cavalry from the right, form sections, head left wheel, walk, march.
The state opening of Parliament is a ritual at the heart of Britain's democratic process. And the cavalry must deliver a flawless performance. Taking part is a dream come true for Josh.
I think they've been not once for school trip. We saw the House of Cavalry going past. We went to go watch their parades as well, so we went to go see Change of the Guard and the 4 o'clock inspection. And at that point, I knew that was what I wanted to do.
Number 1 division, 4 chestnut, section right,
Charlie is getting used to his role as procession leader. But as they reach the tunnel at Buckingham Palace, a bottleneck starts to form.
Whoa, God.
I need to stick to the oil. I'm not slowing down when we go through the tunnel, because they're holding everyone up.
With the horses struggling to get through, the procession is now out of time, and Charlie has no choice but to stop the parade.
Cruise rules have gone through, they're slowing down when they go through the tunnel. So they're getting told to speed up. That means us again continue with a straight line through the quadrangle, which is obviously the part we're going to look at.
Charlie's first experience leading a parade has ended in confusion. And when escorting the king for real, there will be no room for error.
Squeezing 4 horses in a section through that archway is very closed and tight. When we're actually doing it on the day, we're also going to have our jackets on. But you've got to squeeze through and keep moving, because should you stop, everyone behind you sort of buffers up. Grinding, trying to focus on my horse, trying to focus on keeping the division in line. It all seemed like quite a lot when we were rehearsing it. So yeah, certainly a little bit nervous for it going forward.
When it squeeze through, why don't they just like change the formation into 2 or 3, and then normal again, back the other side of the arch?
Delivering unexpected moments.
Make it not so difficult.
Extraordinary stories.
I mean, creating time frame and everything else, it's straight on the horses.
It's great if you want to go and kill stuff. Occasionally you just go, I need to stop it, I killed what I need to kill. So you've just got to have that discipline. You're like, God, I really want to go after them. No. Don't be the greyhound chasing after the rabbit on the racetrack. You've got to stop.
In Kenya, the Grenadiers' make or break combat exercise is about to start. It's the biggest test so far of rookie platoon commander Angus Black's career.
1 section on the left, 2 sections on the right, 3 sections stick.
Who knows what's going to happen? We've had some good planning, but they say no plan survives first contact, and they will happen here.
Assessing his performance is Captain Harry Winstanley.
You like to think of having 3 section commanders having 3 angry rock pilots at the end of the dog lead that really just want to go and shoot something, and it's up to you to keep hold that lead until it's time to let them go, and then bang, off one goes, bang, off another goes. So it'll be quite interesting to see how he actually goes about managing his individual section commanders.
As part of their combat training, the Grenadiers are engaging with a simulated enemy played by personnel from the Irish Guards.
So what's about to happen now, Cabs? The Grenadiers are about to try to take the land which we own, the ground which we own, okay? We are not going to let that happen.
Commanding them is Lieutenant Monty Badger.
So we're using the tactics that our enemy uses today, and what that means is that the Grenadiers will fight a realistic enemy during this exercise. What that allows us to be is so much more sort of unpredictable, use much more surprise, deception, etc. And I think we should be able to have much greater effect that way. Is everyone happy with that? Yeah?
You couldn't really...
Is everyone happy to bring it to the Grenadiers? Yeah? Good stuff.
Even with a humanised robot cannot do what a person can do.
To show his potential as a sniper.
Obviously, it's temperamental, really temperamental under the press, chain of command. So if I'm just sitting there in a bush because my weapon's not working, then it's not going to work that well.
Test it on a little firing range before you take it out onto the course.
Yeah, so to shake out on this track and then break out either side.
Not difficult.
The exercise starts with Monty's troops lying in wait, ready to ambush the Grenadiers.
Gents, you're pushing up onto this bar, you happy with that? Up this hill. Genera, in a line. Rapid fire! Rapid fire!
Monty's Irish Guards launch their attack, but Angus's platoon can't find the enemy.
We can see those initiatives. Not that you've got eyes on now. At the top of the range.
Two on Charlie, two on Echo. We're bounding up in sections. Two on Charlie, move first.
Having located the enemy, Angus directs his troops to attack.
I've just launched my assaulting section, the right flanking. There's enemy positions on the top of this spur.
What's that, enemy? Steve!
Oh boy.
But the enemy returns fire. And the Grenadiers are running out of ammunition. Everything rests on Cameron's sharpshooter rifle. Luckily, this time, it's working.
Push up. Let's move. We've regained the initiative. We tend to the assaulting. Two on Echo, two on Alpha. We're pushing the section up on the left.
You can see friendly call signs on the top of the ridge.
Let's get in. Let's get in.
What's up here? Stop here. Stop!
Angus's counterattack has worked. The Grenadiers defeat Monty Badger's Irish Guards.
Yeah, that is by far more than the platoon objective. Mental.
It's a crucial step in his platoon commander career.
Monty Badger.
You've got far better camouflage
but we'll
colour
see how that
than
progresses.
mine now you have.
Put them on the back foot. They're definitely not going to be resting on their laurels after that. I think they're probably going to go away and do their training. Or I hope they will be. It was a really hard day, the hard morning attack, and I'm very proud of my platoon.
Really hard job, especially like the terrain, dense bushes and whatnot. So as soon as he stepped into that, I was like, this is going to be nails. But yeah, as I say, everyone stepped up to the job. We went really well, I thought.
In central London, King Charles's first state opening of Parliament has arrived.
It's not happening after it might very easy. Come on.
It's Charlie Carr Smith's big day.
It's going to be my first ceremonial parade. Only 10 days after I finished my training. But I feel ready. I feel like the training is all led up to this. So I'm excited for it.
Also preparing for his first parade is Josh Munden, who suffered a painful mishap.
So yesterday after one of the rehearsals, one of the ones got big signs for started kicking out at the end. I just picked my toe. So it got a bit swollen. My nails come off, which is always good. But I'm on quite a few painkillers, so I should be alright to carry on.
You know too well what it's like having a toenail off.
Yeah.
Very painful.
Yeah, that's alright. This is the one that might hurt.
You've had both of them come off.
Yeah, not too.
Well, it's always a big toenail's the worst.
The 100
He knows boats as well. Oh.
procession must collect the King and Queen from Buckingham Palace and escort them to Parliament.
Jack's boots are made of hard leather.
It's down to Charlie to make sure they get there on time.
The pace setting of the division is probably the most important part. And that's the thing I'm most worried about.
Leaving the gate, it's all quite full on. Yeah, it's definitely a case of I look calm, but in my head I was going everywhere. Going into the arch, it's definitely nerve-wracking. Going to Buckingham Palace, I can start feeling it then, because that's when you sort of walk through, you see every single person there with pictures out, phones out, taking videos of you. That was the point when I realised, I'm actually fine doing it.
The cavalry arrives at the palace on schedule, but must now get through the tunnel, which caused chaos during rehearsals. This time, Charlie leads them through perfectly. But as the procession heads down the Mall,
I'm turning around to check. 2 division a good spacing away. Suddenly, one of the horses, Lance Corporal Bell, has cantered past most of the division and then out front. And I started to think, oh my god, is this partly my fault? This is my division. But Cordell recovers, so I felt good.
with the King arrived safely, the opening of Parliament can begin. It's a ritual at the heart of the UK's democracy, which the Household Division has played a key role in protecting for hundreds of years.
I feel like what we've just done on the state opening Parliament is something very quintessentially British in the whole nature of it. Being able to have the honour to say that I'm escorted Their Majesties, the King and Queen, I think is quite special.
Privilege, I suppose.
Sort of biggest thing I've done in my whole life, and coming back to like all your phone going off, all your family texting you saying, "Oh, I found you on TV." Yeah, it's a really good moment.
It's a special privilege honour.
Oh yeah. As this historic year ends, the King's Guards will continue to protect our nation in times of conflict. Deliver our biggest state events and uphold the Army's proudest traditions.
You're a field soldier, but you're also the ceremonial soldier that stands in the tunic. It's a fascinating thing.
I feel really proud. I believe in the British Army, and coming off the back of my first parade, I'm excited for more.
On Saturday, Bradley Walsh gives us a good old laugh as he takes us through his favourite funnies and brand new mythology heroes at 5:09. And on My5, we head inside a national landmark and join the Beefeaters inside the Tower of London. Available now on My5. Next night, Doomsday.
Yeah, I've seen all those with Betty. As far as I'm aware, I've seen them all. The latest ones.
Nothing like the first day out at sea, the thrill of impending adventure.
What trauma wounds in the back of the head? That used to be a copper. Serious crimes.
You do know that you wouldn't have solved this case without me. Show's come on, Jack.
Better come back, I'm dead. The Good Ship Murder. Watch the full series now on My5.
This Christmas, two of our best loved shows meet.
Oh wow, Harrison was the character.
For a behind-the-scenes peek at each other's worlds.
So I played a lot of creatures great and small, was something I could have only dreamed of.
All Creatures Great and Small, Yorkshire Vet Special. Next Thursday at 8 on Channel 5 and My5.